How are you? Okay. I just have to say that they cut our time short, so I forgot to thank my wife. I forgot the record company. I forgot everyone. So Megaforce Records, my lovely wife who went through hell with me doing all that is music. John Lappin, publicist, David Taraya, and especially Johnny's wife, Susan, of 41 years. So, you know, wanted to get that. And the fans. So, you know, Johnny and I were together for many, many years, and this was a very important record for him, not just because of the record itself, but he was a child of Woodstock, and he did push the envelope. So over the past, I've been with him for 10 years, helping him in that respect, but it was a comeback record, and he was very proud of it, and you know, that's why we're here today. And I'm very thankful to the Academy that they honored him, because he had never won one for himself. He got it for Muddy, he got it for everyone else, but never won for himself. And this was kind of a promise I made him, that I would try to make him get this, so this was big for both of us. So there you go. This was...
Supposedly Johnny said, if this doesn't win a Grammy, they're crazy.
Nuts. Yeah. Yeah, we were in the studio and he heard it, and that's what he leaned over and goes, Paul. He goes, if you and I don't get this, they're nuts. Yeah, because he was really pleased with the production, the sound, and the way everything went. He was healthier, and his singing was great. So, yeah, it was... He's been through this so many times and been nominated so many times. I mean, the Muddy stuff was phenomenal. So this was very important. And he was the greatest blues rock guitar player in the world, you know? So, and that's not just my opinion. That's all the fans, that's all this. But I was kind of like, when I met him, I was kind of like the luckiest fan in the world, you know? But I knew what had to be done to fix him. So there's actually a movie coming out about Johnny and I called Down and Dirty, which we finished. The guy that, Greg Oliver, who directed the movie Lemmy, he's the one that rented him the tank. Yeah. So he followed us around for 3 years, all over touring the world, Japan, China, when we were on David Letterman and all that. And so this is coming out, so you'll really see why I lost it up there. So I'm not trying to make an excuse, but it hit me. And I said it wouldn't, like the first guy that came out, but yeah. But yeah, so there you go.
So was the making of the album chronicled in the movie?
It just so happened to do that. Yeah, there was a song, Death Letter, by Sunhouse, that came out as a trailer. See, Johnny passed away in July, and the album was slated to come out a month later. So the record company's like, what do we do? And I go, well, we can't hold it off because it won't get to the people the way he wanted. So it was a real delicate situation. But then when it hit on all fronts, and it was so bittersweet because it was the tragedy, and it was a strong record. You know, it's got Clapton on it, Joe Perry, Ben Harper, Leslie West, Dr. John, Billy Gibbons, and this was a whole series of albums. So the last one had his brother Edgar on there and whatnot, so, yeah.
So after working with me for the past 10 years, how are you moving?
Oh, myself, I will continue to play. I was, like I said, I had the best teacher in the world. And he kind of took me under his wing and told me what to listen to and learn. As a, you know, as a musician, we're all sponges. So he'll always be in me playing-wise, so I plan to continue on. I just signing my own deal now, which was all this stuff was done ahead of time. There's nothing, that's what was weird about this, you know. It can be where people say, oh, well, now this was planned and this comes out. No, this was all planned. This was all part of the process. So I'm happy for him. You know, he really left us on a high note. And that was all I wanted for him, because he was my idol. I had his posters on the wall, you know, that kind of thing, as we all did. And we know that every guitar player that's learned guitar learned his riffs. So, very important.
Thank you.
All right? Thanks.